Following breaking news coming out of the world of entertainment, rapper DMX has died. His family confirming that the rapper, who was 50 years old, passed away today at a hospital in White Plains, New York. He had been hospitalized reportedly for a drug overdose and had been in a coma ever since. And joining us by phone right now is radio show host Big Tigger. And thanks for being with us. And I want to get your thoughts on DMX's passing.
Rather sad day. Hip hop, sad day in entertainment, real sad day for the Simmons family. DMX left an indelible print on the world of hip hop, his music, his legacy. I just had not too long ago seen him here in Atlanta at One Music Fest. Had a chance to sit and talk with him. I've known him over 20 years. You know, we kind of came up in the industry together. And it was just really, really sad to see how this whole last couple of days played out.
Hey, Tigger, as you know, there were two movements with regards to hip hop. One took place publicly that we're seeing now on award shows like BET Awards, etc. The other actually was more of an underground movement. It was passed around by people that knew exactly who all of these artists were. As a result, there are people that really know who the artists are, and there are people that really don't. Can you speak to that dichotomy in American pop culture? And have we ever really seen anything like it, where a younger generation basically started its own form of music without any support from what we consider to be organized music studios, for instance?
Mm. Well, I mean, hip hop, traditionally was, somewhat of a rebellious, self-taught, self-learned, self-generated genre of music. It just so happens to be the dominating genre of music these days. So as it's grown and as it's progressed, there's a lot more variations and diversity to the listenership and people who love hip hop. Growing up, it was an inner city kid thing. I'm from the Bronx, New York. That's what we did. That's what we listened to. And now that it's worldwide and again, dominating genre, there are going to be artists like DMX who people kind of knew, but he was such a megastar that kind of everybody knew DMX. But there are all these other stars in the world and across the landscape of hip hop that people are familiar with just because the genre is so popular, but may not be as intimate with them just because they're not true hip hop fans. But DMX crossed all boundaries and all lanes, from his acting career to his musical career to what he did. His live performances were things of epic memory. So he will be sorely missed.
At the risk of sounding real old, how do you separate, if you're my generation, what would be considered the OG, the original gangsters, from the people now that seem to be born on every street corner with a different name, a different label almost every week? And by the way, my crew here is laughing at me for bringing up OG, and you laugh too.
I wasn't mad at you being an OG. They called me an OG. I would say, the music has evolved as, our parents didn't like our music. We might not like our young people's music. Doesn't mean it's not good music. DMX did some things in his time that were unheard of, dropping an album, two albums in 1 year. He was one of the first artists to do that and be platinum. Somebody might have did it 2 albums before, but it definitely wasn't multi-platinum. Um, just the thirst for his music, the lack of accessibility to it as well. Music is much more accessible through streaming and YouTube and all these other platforms now. It's a lot more easy to get a hold of. Back then, you had to go get you a CD or a cassette or some wax to literally get it. I think people were a little bit more invested in it when those times existed, but I would say the difference in the music mostly is just how accessible it is now.
You know, one of the things that DMX was known for is that his music, his lyrics were raw. Venice Toussaint, a moment ago, one of our anchors said he spoke to the generation. He didn't mince words. Why is it that that was so important to the generation that tuned in and enjoyed his music?
I think it was just his authenticity, him coming from the struggle and all the things that he went through. Lots of those things now just coming to light. Some of these things we've already known, his substance abuse troubles in the past, things that he's had to deal with. So, I mean, he was he was reachable and touchable to most people just from they could relate to what he went through or he had gone through. They might not have gone through it themselves, but might have a brother, might have a cousin, might have seen it on on their block in their neighborhood. So the way that he expressed himself came across in his music and touched other people, along with the electric nature in which he did it, makes DMX a legend. And I do mean in that, in every sense of the word, he is a legend.
So, how do we separate both sides of DMX? As we know, he was hospitalized. It was reported that he suffered a drug overdose and that he had been in a coma ever since going into the hospital. So, how do we separate the culture, the violence, the drugs, from the artist?
I don't think you have to. I mean, everybody has more than one side to them. That was DMX. DMX is DMX, Dark Man X. And at the same time, you can celebrate him, his legacy, his music, without necessarily downgrading him, so to speak, for his everyday struggles, which we all have. So I don't think you necessarily need to separate them. You just need to uplift the positive things that he did in the genre. You need to uplift the positive music he left behind and the messages he left behind in his music. And at the same time, I tell people all the time, you can learn two things from people: what to do and what not to do. So if you want to take a note from him on some things that you might not want to do personally, that's fine, but I don't think there's necessarily a need to separate the two. DMX is unapologetically DMX.
So, what do you think will be his ultimate legacy?
I think DMX's ultimate legacy will be someone who revolutionized the sound of hip hop. He brought his own sound, uh, brought his own energy. He's an icon, a legend. He this is not going to be another DMX. There's some other people that might come close, might try. There will never be another DMX. And the movement that he created with the Rough Riders, was a thing. There was all these, motorcycles and dirt bikes and all these. It was like a complete culture. I remember riding through New York City streets with the Rough Riders. Shout out to DNY, shout out to Swiss Beats, and of course the Simmons family as they're grieving right now. But his impact, the songs that he did, the movies that he did, and I mean, just the duality of him from being a street rapper, a hood rapper, and also his dedication to the Lord, through prayer and his faith, also just shows you don't have to separate both sides. So I think he'll just be remembered as an icon and a legend for years to come.
Hey, Tigger, fascinating. When I was working in Washington as an anchor, there was a young man by the name of Diddy that came up and he gave me his mixtape, and I listened to it, and he wanted to know if I was going to put it on the air on the ABC station here, and I listened and laughed. But I've noticed that every time there is a generational breaking artist, it almost takes a decade before the generation that didn't listen listens. And you can take that all the way back to rhythm and blues, you can take it back to rock and roll, you can take it back to rap. How long do you think it will be before the rest of the world catches on to what all of you know about DMX?
Uh, Fortunately, in these days and times, today, his passing is going to be, ground shaking and sad and earth shattering to some of his fans. I mean, people are reposting through social media, YouTube, and all these social media platforms are gonna make him a bigger situation. Him just doing the verses as you showed with Snoop reintroduced him to a whole new generation who might not have heard him, while also allowed a generation who grew up with him to celebrate him and Snoop. So I think between the verses that just happened and all these other things on social media and through the internet, his impact is just going to get bigger over the next couple of weeks.
One last thing before I let you go. If Grandma wants to know what type of music was it, what warning do you give to young people before they play it for Grandma and Grandpa?
Strong language, not safe for work or grandma, so to speak, but still uplifting, insightful, and inspirational. That again, that what makes him special. Some people can just curse their whole life away, and you didn't get nothing out of it at the end of it. You might have learned something, as we call. You might have caught a jewel or he might have dropped a gem on you through his lyrical prowess by the time you finish listening to a song. So again, not many can come close to, and definitely not many will be able to repeat the legend that is DMX.